Peaceful days are like breezes, carrying the scent of wheat fields.
Hey, it's you! I didn't expect to see you here in the administrative district. How have you been lately? Great to hear. Since the Stellaron crisis subsided, Belobog's been feeling a little more cheerful. We're really grateful for your assistance. And yes, things are going well for me too. Thanks for asking. You spent so much time in Belobog on your last visit. You must have passed by here before, right? This is Belobog's History and Culture Museum, built more than 600 years ago. Last time you visited, it was closed for its 10-year renovation. Now that the Stellaron crisis is over, we've been able to allocate more manpower to the renovation works. The museum should be open to the public again soon. It's just... we encountered a problem during the renovation process. The Silvermane guards are doing all they can to figure it out. Sorry. I shouldn't talk about it in the open like this. Hey, why don't I give you a tour of the museum? We can talk inside while I show you around. If you have time, that is. Great. What are we waiting for? Welcome to Belobog's History and Culture Museum. As you can see, after nearly 100 days of renovation, the interior looks brand new. However, there's a problem that needs to be resolved before it can open to the public. The museum was established nearly 600 years ago as a memorial to honor Alyssa Rand, the first Supreme Guardian, and the martyrs who gave their lives in the battle against the invaders from beyond the sky. As time went on, new exhibits were continually added to the memorial until it became the museum we see today. Past the reception hall, you'll find the General Hall, the museum's largest exhibition room. There are all sorts of exhibits on display. Paintings by famous artists, samples of the planet's crust. Visitors can experience the essence of Belobog's culture in just a few minutes' time. I really hope the museum can open up soon. The children here need a culturally enriching environment, especially those from the underworld. But like I mentioned earlier, we're in a bit of a bind. We could really use a helping hand. Here, this is the issue we're trying to deal with. Wait, what are you doing? You're in a museum, remember? Here, let me explain. This exhibit was recently stolen. It was one of the oldest and most precious items in the General Hall collection, the meteor fragment. It is said that 700 years ago, the invaders from beyond the sky descended upon the surface of Eurillo 6 with a meteor shower. The meteor fragment is solid evidence that those invaders once tainted our land. Sorry, the tour guide in me gets a little carried away. I'm not here to give you a history lesson. Still, it's no exaggeration to say that if the meteor fragment isn't recovered, the museum will lose half of its significance. Not yet. That's why this case is such a conundrum for the Silvermane guards. Truth be told, the meteor fragment isn't the only item that was stolen, but we want the museum to open as soon as possible. We can worry about the other missing items later. Of course! I wouldn't ask you to start a whole investigation from scratch. The guard station in the underworld reported that some suspicious characters have been meeting at a hideout in the Great Mine late at night. Since the Silvermane guards are still getting situated in the underworld and we don't have any direct evidence, we haven't been able to apprehend any suspects. But if you were to go there yourself and ask around, I think we could gather a lot of useful intel. So, would you like to help solve this case? Excellent. Just as I expected. Short, sweet, and decisive. To the underworld it is, then. Conditions here are so rudimentary. I wonder how long those people have been living here. Back to the investigation. We contacted an agent from Wildfire. Apparently she has some first-hand intel. I think her name was... Sweta? Yes, that's right. Let's go pay her a visit.
What? Oh, it's you! Oh, I thought I'd been discovered. Let's try not to make a commotion. You never know who's listening.
That bad, huh? How many exhibit thieves are there?
A lot. I don't know if you're aware, miss, but any intel that makes money spreads like wildfire in the underworld. Travel between the overworld and the underworld has been open for some time. Not everyone down here can take advantage of that opportunity. The majority of underworlders have to stay here to feed their families. From what I hear, smuggling museum artifacts is a lucrative enterprise. If I wasn't working for Wildfire, I'd be tempted to get in on the cash myself. Not for certain, but I've heard some rumors that might be of interest to you.
I'm all ears.
Firstly, the group in question has a very public presence. They post recruitment notices all over the street. If you can find a notice, you might be able to glean some clues from it. Secondly, they're rash and careless in their work. They've been seen carrying large crates of illicit goods around the mines and selling them out in the open, without even trying to hide anything from the miners. Thirdly, I heard there are children in the mines that might be involved. I haven't had the chance to look into it, but keep an eye out.
I see. Thanks for the intel. I'm sure it'll help us crack the case. Well, I'm going to head for the settlement and see if I can get more intel from the locals. In the meantime, do you think you could head out and look for more clues? We can compare notes when you're done. I'm counting on you. I'm going to head for the settlement and see if I can get more intel from the locals. In the meantime, do you think you could head out and look for more clues?
My daddy made a lot of money this month. He bought me lots of new clothes. Things you can't even find in the underworld. Clothes schmoes. My daddy bought me a super rare present. He got me a model tram. Bet you haven't seen one of those before. That costs way much more than boring clothes.
Sounds like their parents bought them expensive gifts recently. If people in the underworld want to get rich, what options do they have? This is noteworthy.
The underworld yearns for freedom.
Beep, beep.
What are these two doing sneaking around?
Beep, beep. Alert, alert. Nosy person spotted. Nosy person spotted. Beep, beep. Protect the goods. Protect the goods.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
Step onto the board.
Serenity is before me.
I'm fine.
Watch over you and guide you on your path. Tormented doubt, farewell.
For tomorrow!
My strength isn't what it was.
Victory now rests in a bloody fight.
Seek and you shall receive. Serenity is before me.
Exist, future will come! Amphorius will welcome the true dawn.
Empty. These crates were probably used to store stolen items. Someone left robots to guard them. Looks like I'm too late. Let's look elsewhere. The 3 rumors Sweta talked about all check out. Time to meet back up with Pela.
Oh, good, you're back. Did you find any critical intel? I see. Looks like someone is getting the miners involved in the stealing after all. I made some progress too. The miners here said they've noticed some people acting strange recently. A few vagrants who almost never leave the Great Mine have suddenly started making trips to Boulder Town. I asked the Silvermane guard stationed there to go investigate some places of interest. I hope they find something. Hey, we've got some news! What a stroke of luck! I didn't expect to get a break in the investigation so quickly. Come on, let's go to the Gerda Grand Hotel. I hope this isn't some sort of cover-up operation.
Peaceful days are like breezes, carrying the scent of wheat fields.
This must be the box. Let's open it. Let's see. The color, the texture. Yep, this is the stolen meteor fragment, all right. Fantastic! Are you kidding? The history that this stone carries is of an incalculable importance to Belobog. Honestly, I didn't think we'd get it back so easily. It almost feels like something's not quite right. In any case, now that we have the meteor fragment, the museum can now open to the public. That's good news. As for tracking down the thief, I'm afraid it'll be a long-term project. When the time comes, we may need your assistance again. Let's go. We need to take this item back to the museum where it belongs.
Bravo. Paano pumunta dun? Ina, paano?
Peaceful days are like breezes, carrying the scent of wheat fields.
Now the General Hall can return to its former glory. Thanks for your help. The meteor fragment. It's so majestic. The value of items housed here can't be measured in money alone. but this little piece of stone could fetch a mountain of cash. The General Hall is ready to open to the public again. Oh, by the way, the museum's previous manager resigned recently to pursue his dream of becoming a writer. So, if you're interested, do you think you'd like to take up the post part-time? I promise you it won't be a boring job. Museum manager. Voted among the top 3 most highly desired careers after graduation in a Bellabog Academy poll. Needless to say, we offer a competitive package. The fact you're asking means you've got your heart set on it already, right? Great! Now that that's settled, let's go pay a visit to the museum lobby secretary, Eris. She's a talented worker and can tell you everything there is to know about museum matters. Allow me to introduce you two. This is Eris, our secretary. And this is the savior of Bellabog from the Express. I'm sure you've heard her name many times already.
Oh, yes. I've heard so much about you. It's so nice to finally have the pleasure of meeting you.
In addition to her secretarial duties, Eris is also a student at the Bellabog College of Art. She's very knowledgeable about the museum's exhibits and their history. Eris, starting today, she is going to be our museum manager. Please keep her updated on matters relating to the opening and operation of the exhibits.
My pleasure, Miss Payla. Leave it to me. I'll keep our manager up to speed on every detail. Would you like to begin with the museum's workflows? That's the spirit. Let's get started then. Welcome to the museum!
Feel free to have a look around.
Welcome to the museum!
careful now. Don't get your clothes.
Welcome to the museum!
light up the door.
Glad to see you here at the museum.
Welcome to the museum!
Reminds me of when I was studying at the Grove.
Welcome!
Bakit mo Aries? Wow.
Peaceful days are like breezes carrying the scent of wheat fields.
How many moons does Amphorius have?
Are you hurt? Let me take a look.
General Hall has been receiving a lot of visitors lately. The yearning for history and art has reawakened in the hearts of Belabagians, thanks to your superb management. You know, I never guessed you'd become a pro at this job. I only wanted you to experience the fun of working here. So I'm curious, how do you like being the museum manager? I know, right? And it really gives you a sense of accomplishment. Anyway, there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. There's been a new development in the museum theft case. First, I need to show you something. Here, this way. After the General Hall opened to the public, the Silvermane Guards and Wildfire did a follow-up investigation in the underworld. Progress was really slow, but they managed to hunt down some new clues. If the next stage of the investigation is successful, we should be able to open up the Industrial Hall to the public. And here we are. The item that's supposed to be in this exhibit is a modern sculpture called Gears and Wisdom. It's a little hard to describe. Sort of abstract. It's made of gears and mechanical parts, and it's about the same height and weight as the average person. Basically, it's too heavy for someone to just pick up and run off with. As you can see, this sculpture was placed at the entrance hall of the Industrial Hall because it symbolizes the industrial spirit that Belabagians have lived, breathed, and produced for centuries. Without it, the Industrial Hall loses its soul. We have to retrieve the sculpture before we can open to the public. It seems we'll have to make another visit to the underworld. It took nearly 20 years from design to completion to make Gears and Wisdom. We can't let all that painstaking work and talent go to waste. We have to get it back. I received some intel just earlier today. Someone said they found clues related to a gang of thieves in the underworld's robot settlement. I don't know if they'll lead us to the sculpture, but it's worth a try. We can head over to the robot settlement as soon as you're ready. Let's head out then. There's quite the crowd here today. Where do we start? Huh? Ah! You mean the little girl in red? I remember her. I saw her in the overworld at Lady Branya's succession ceremony. I don't know if she can give us any leads, but it's always good to say hi to a friend. Basic courtesy, right? Ah! It's Big Sister! And Miss Pelageya Sergeyevna. You remember my full name? This kid is really something. Nice to meet you, Clara. What brings you to the robot settlement?
Well, something strange happened in the settlement recently. I'm asking the grown-ups who live nearby if they know anything about it.
Something strange? Can you share any details?
Well, recently, a lot of the little robots in the settlement started behaving strangely. It's like they malfunctioned suddenly, all at the same time. They started roaming around, breaking into people's tents, destroying their belongings. It was a real headache for the people living here. Mr. Svarog scanned the robots for irregularities, but the results all came back normal. So, I don't think it's a hardware issue.
So they're malfunctioning collectively. You're right. Since we're already here... Clara, we'll help you investigate what's going on with the robots.
Really? But don't you and Miss Pela have something important to do?
It'll be fine. We have other people in the underworld working on the investigation, too. Besides, we don't have any clues yet, so we may as well do something useful.
Ah! Thanks a lot! I was worried about handling the robots on my own, but with your help, it should be easy.
The duty of the Silvermane Guards is to serve the people. So where can we find these robots? Clara, can you lead the way?
Of course. Just follow me. Look, over there. There's definitely something wrong with that robot.
Looks normal enough on the surface. Let's take a closer look.
My purpose is to protect. Soaring above the lands, this is permanence! Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
Your downfall is absolute.
Serenity is before me. Watch over you and guide you on your path.
For tomorrow!
So aggressive. Are all the robots in the settlement like this?
No, it must be malfunctioning. Sorry, little robot, but it looks like you're sick. I'm gonna take off your shell and give you a checkup.
Look,
this component doesn't seem like it belongs here.
Claire, can I take a look?
Oh, of course.
There's no mistaking it. This component was taken from Gears and Wisdom. Who do you think? It's obviously the same people who stole the meteor fragment. No wonder Wildfire and the Silvermane guards were never able to find Gears and Wisdom. Keeping such a conspicuous piece of art around wouldn't go unnoticed. The thieves must have disassembled it and hidden the parts inside the robots. But the best laid plans of snow, mice, and men often go awry. They didn't realize the parts would interfere with the robots' systems and cause them to run amok. Now we just need to find all the malfunctioning robots and retrieve the sculpture pieces one by one.
I never imagined this would help you solve the case. That's great!
Let's get to work then. We're going to get all the stolen pieces back.
The grown-up said that the spot where the malfunctioning robots appeared is in this direction. Let's go look over there, big sister.
Light up the dawn.
The little robots in this area should all be back to normal now.
We also got some parts of the sculpture back. It's not a lot, but it's a start.
Let's start looking in the next area.
Light up the dawn.
Looks like we rescued all the robots in this area too. This is taking longer than I imagined. At this pace, it'll take us the entire day to fix all these robots. I get what you're saying, but... Alright, I give up. That sculpture has dozens of individual parts. There's no way we'll recover them all at this rate. We just need enough parts to put it back together. As for the rest, I'll have replacements made. But you have to promise to keep this a secret. You too, Clara.
Don't worry. I'll keep your plan super secret, Miss Payla.
Thanks, Clara. Let's get on to the next area then. Keep your voices down. It's a big one.
Oh, poor little Grizzly. There must be a lot of sculpture parts jammed inside. Let's go give him a checkup. reboot on its own after a while. Let's leave him be. Miss Pela, here's all the sculpture pieces I found.
Good work, Clara. Let's see here. We still don't have anywhere near enough. Do we have any other choice? I am starting to feel a little worn out, though.
I know. How about we go talk to Mr. Svarog? He might not be able to round up the robots, but I'm sure he'll have some good ideas.
I've never met Svarog before. I heard he's not easy to get along with.
Don't worry. Mr. Svarog has warmed up to guests a lot more now. I'll explain the whole situation to him. Here, this way.
Light up the dawn.
Huh? Is Mr. Svarog talking to other children? That's not usually like him. I wonder what's going on.
Clara, you have returned, and you have brought with you the Outsider and Querying Database. Silvermane Guard Intelligence Officer Pelageya Sergeyevna, it is a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Svarog.
Hey! Big Sis Clara's back!
Big Sis Clara.
Hello. What brings you two here today?
These two young humans found a suspicious patch of components. They wish to deliver them to me to earn my appreciation. However, the origin of these components is unknown, and they have no practical utility. It is difficult to ascertain their value.
Suspicious components? Can we have a look at them?
As you wish.
Sure enough, these parts are from the museum's sculpture. These kids found way more than we did fixing all those robots. What an embarrassment.
Me and my sister were playing outside. We heard some grown-ups talking about what they were going to do with the parts. It seemed suspicious. They were acting a little sneaky. We hid in the shadows and waited until we heard them snoring.
And then we quietly dragged away the boxes with the parts in and gave them to Mr. Svarog. That was really risky behavior. If those grown-ups had woken up, things could have gotten really dangerous for you two. We were just trying to help. Oh, what? Don't cry. Listen. These parts don't belong to Mr. Svarog, but you two were still a big help to us.
I am unable to determine the logic behind this series of events, but if your actions have benefited her and her companion, then you are indeed worthy of praise, little girl.
See? I told you Mr. Svarog had warmed up to guests.
Really? So, we were a big help, weren't we? Awesome!
With these parts, we should have enough to put the sculpture back together. More or less. This isn't good. If what those kids said is true, then the museum thieves have operatives working in the settlement. I'll get in touch with the Wildfire and the Silvermane guards right away, and have them investigate the matter thoroughly. But for now, let's take the parts we have back to the museum, or we'll be here all night.
I'm really happy that I got to help you and Miss Payla today, big sister. Even if it was by accident. People in the settlement have been smiling a lot more these days, and that makes me happy too. I hope me and Mr. Svarog can make sure it stays that way. And if we ever get the chance, I want to show Mr. Svarog around the overworld.
Welcome, outsider. What brings you here? Did you arrive at such a conclusion through direct observation? Clara, too, has conveyed similar sentiments, though my emotional indices have not experienced any fluctuations. If you and Clara have both reached the same conclusion independently, then there must be some force influencing my behavior, which transcends my system's algorithms. This possibility strikes me as peculiar, but not necessarily bad.
Did you hear that, Jackie? Mr. Svarog said nice things about you.
He said nice things about you, too.
Look, from now on, we have to do good things only. That way, we can become Mr. Svarog's most trustworthy, second most trustworthy friends. After Claire, of course.
Okay, I'll do my best. If I'd known how much work this was going to be, I would have enlisted more help. But see the final product for yourself. Not too shabby, is it? Well, as long as you don't pull out the blueprints and spend dozens of hours comparing, this version is virtually indistinguishable from the original. Excellent work! With Gears and Wisdom back, the Industrial Hall can reopen to the public. If you're still interested in managing the museum, why don't you go talk to Miss Eris about opening up the Industrial Hall? In the meantime, I'll follow up on the exhibit theft case. I wonder if any new clues were found over in Svarog's domain. I'll let you know if we get any new leads. I have a hunch that we're close to uncovering the culprit behind the curtain.
Welcome!
What brings you here?
No worries. Anything's possible if you take it step by step.
Welcome!
Putang ina to. Mẹ.
Glad to see you here at the museum.
Welcome to the museum!
ticket?
Welcome!
Glad to see you here at the museum.
Welcome to the museum!
What brings you here?
Good to see you again. I've heard from Miss Eris that under your superb management, the museum is on the verge of regaining the thriving crowds of its heyday. If the momentum continues, and if the History Culture Hall can reopen on schedule, the museum's complete revival is surely just around the corner. Yes, indeed. I'm afraid there's been another theft. Like the previous cases, a valuable item was stolen from our exhibit, this time in the History Culture Hall. The item in question has a connection to you. Have I piqued your curiosity? It'll be easier to explain once we're actually in the History Culture Hall. Why don't I take you there now? With an exhibit like this, all Belabagians will know your story. You can probably guess from the name that the History Culture Hall houses artifacts, replicas, and documents that are of great historical significance to Belobog. Every passing day, we Belabagians must continue to endure the city's harsh environment. The trials and experiences of our ancestors serve as a reminder that the path of survival belongs to every generation of our people. Every child in Belobog should visit this exhibit at least once. No, once isn't nearly enough. This is the item in question. This projector is a limited edition version, custom made for the museum. The only one of its kind in the whole of Belobog. It can produce images with a resolution up to... Oh, sorry. I'm doing my tour guide thing again. I'm sure someone as well traveled as yourself has seen much fancier equipment than this. not the issue. The issue isn't the projector, but the microfilm that goes into it. It's the most crucial piece of this exhibit, and it was stolen. There were some very valuable images on that film, and we hadn't gotten around to making a backup. I must admit, the thieves chose a good target, and they were fast and efficient. Slide projection is a new addition to the museum. It was intended to be a surprise for visitors when the History Culture Hall reopened. If we don't recover the microfilm, the hall's opening will have to be postponed indefinitely. Some of the images stored on that film are related to you, Miss March 7th, and Master Dong Hong. The curators of the museum wanted to take this opportunity to tell the story of the Astral Express's visit to Belobog. That's beside the point. Is that your phone? Was that a message from Lady Brana? This theft case has been dragging on for too long. She must have decided to intervene. If she can delegate more resources to the investigation, that should help it move forward faster. No point in waiting around here then. Let's go pay Lady Branya a visit.
If I'm not mistaken, the two of you just rushed over here from the History and Culture Museum? I appreciate your coming here on such short notice. I should have gotten involved earlier, but I was tied up with other responsibilities. My apologies for letting you take on the investigation without proper support.
Lady Branya, we never saw it like that.
There's no one else here, Pela. No need for such formality.
Okay, Miss Branya.
I heard that you helped recover a number of valuable items for the museum, and that you've been running the museum as a part-time manager? Do you have any insights into this serial theft case? Is that so? I see. In any case, this fiasco has been going on right under our noses for too long. Regardless of how cunning and talented the culprit may be, we must draw them out and demonstrate the resolve of the architects. I will issue an immediate directive to mobilize all on-duty Silverman guards in the city to conduct a door-to-door investigation. You're familiar with many of the locals in the administrative district, right? If possible, I'd like you to head to the city center and see if they have any clues to offer us.
Understood. We'll head there at once, Miss Branya. Guess you're stuck with me again for this assignment. Let's meet up at Fountain Plaza. This place is an endless stream of people. Where do we start? Agreed. That'll be more efficient. I remember lots of folks like to relax around the plaza. Let's head there first.
I remember you. Do you have any questions after reading the Scam Prevention Guide? Perhaps you've decided to join the Dark Blue Scam Victims Association? How could I not? precious items from the History and Culture Museum have been stolen one after another, and the culprit remains at large, despite the Silvermane Guard's noblest efforts to track them down. I'll tell you the truth. I've been preparing to publicly accuse the person responsible for this whole thing for 2 days now.
Huh? Oh, wait. So you have incriminating evidence against the culprit?
Evidence? Who needs evidence? Let me tell you, there is only one person in all of Belobog who could do such a thing. That shameless blue-haired fraudster.
Oh.
You guys are here to investigate the case? Perfect. I'll give you a list of the culprit's scams, too.
Sorry, sir. Today we're only here to investigate the museum thefts. And we can't close the case without evidence. If you come across any reliable clues, please report them to an on-duty Silvermane Guard. Let's get going.
Ready to sign the petition? Have any other questions? Ah, you mean the items that have been disappearing mysteriously from the History and Culture Museum? I heard tell. I wonder if they got their hands on the original manuscripts of Tale of the Winterland.
Absolutely not. Don't worry, ma'am. I will protect those manuscripts with my life.
Oh, wow! That's a relief to hear. I didn't realize you were so passionate.
Sorry about that. Back to the topic at hand. Do you have any clues that could be linked to the theft of the museum's artifacts? Have you noticed anything unusual lately?
Well, let me think. The editorial department has been recruiting recently. The new editor-intern was scolded by the editor-in-chief a few times. And then... sorry. These are all everyday occurrences. I really don't know of any noteworthy clues. Maybe you could try asking the other people around here?
I see. Sorry for taking up your time. Let's move along then.
Children of the Everwinter City, proud citizens of the preservation, hold your heads up high. Grind not against the mundane vulgarities of your everyday lives. Always remember, deep in your hearts, the teachings of the architects and the Supreme Guardian. Oh, if it isn't the savior of Belobog, the Guardian's honored guest, child of the galaxy and stars. Welcome back to our eternally snow-covered yet forever beautiful winter metropolis.
Can you please answer the question we just asked?
I haven't heard of any stolen artifacts. These days, I'm too busy praising the grace of the preservation to be distracted by worldly matters. However, if your hearts are troubled by this affair, then I hope that Klepat will bestow their blessings upon you both, and that you may soon find the evildoer who committed such a crime.
Thanks for your well wishes. Let's move on. Another half day gone, and nothing to show for it. The culprit is still hiding in the shadows. Can't we find even one lead?
Ah, if it isn't Belobog's most adorable public servant, and the magnificent outsider. Good day to you.
You know us?
Young lady, I have seen you on many occasions near the Everwinter Monument teaching children the history of Belobog. Oh, I am truly in awe of your knowledge and patience.
Okay, thanks for the compliment, I guess. May I ask, with whom do we have the pleasure of speaking?
I am Wallace Cambridge Limestein, the 25th head of the Limestein family. I am honored to make your acquaintance. And yes, I am familiar with this outsider next to you. She often walks right past me without so much as a greeting. I am Wallace Cambridge Limestein, the 25th head of the Limestein.
All right, we got it. Mr. Limestein, is there something you want to discuss with us?
As a matter of fact, I do. I noticed you two had been wandering around Executive Plaza for some time now, stopping to ask questions at every turn, so I surmised you were investigating something important. As it so happens, I witnessed a strange incident recently that left me quite puzzled. And after reflecting on it for a time, I decided it would be most appropriate to inform public officials.
This incident, is it related to the museum thefts?
I can't say for sure that it's directly related, but a friend of mine I no longer hear from used to frequent the museum and often talked about its exhibits with a group of us tea lovers.
So by no longer hear from, you mean you've been unable to get in touch with this friend of yours?
Precisely. His name is Norbert. We used to chat during lunch breaks in the lobby of the Goethe Hotel, along with a few other high-class individuals, of course. And one day, Norbert suddenly stopped showing up to our tea parties. It was as though he disappeared into thin air. I still remember the last thing he said to me. Limestein, listen to me. One must be ambitious in life. I'm gonna do something big for once.
Be ambitious in life? Do something big for once? Coming from the mouth of a wealthy gentleman, that sounded rather curious to me. This Norbert guy, do you know what his line of work was?
I'm not entirely sure. I never asked. You wouldn't understand. Friendship between gentlemen is as pure as water. We are all dignified people. Why bother with such trivial matters?
In the eyes of most people, there's a world of difference between trivial matters and a career. I have recorded all the clues you provided, Mr. Limestein. Thank you for putting your trust in the Silvermane Guards. We will keep you informed if there are any developments in the investigation.
No, I should be thanking you, young lady of the Guards. Well then, if that's all, I shall take my leave.
I wonder if this friend of Mr. Wallace has anything to do with the museum thefts. That's enough detective work for today. Questioning more people would just be a waste of energy. Let's go report back to Lady Branya. Miss Branya, we're back.
Thank you both for your hard work. Did you find out anything in the administrative district?
We didn't find anything directly related to the museum thefts, but there was one thing worth noting.
I see. It was the man from the Limestein family who provided the information. Norbert. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Please give me a moment to see if I can recall. I remember now. The Minister of Transportation, Noel, has a nephew named Norbert. I believe he's currently working in the municipal department as a transportation coordinator. The leader of a city should be familiar with the status and division of labor of her subordinates. That's just part of the job. Norbert's position is indeed an idle one, so it's no wonder he has time to socialize with members of the Limestein family. If what Wallace said is right, then Norbert must have been missing for several days already. There must be someone who knows where he is, even if they want to keep the young man secret. They'll cough it up with the right kind of encouragement. Kyle, can I ask you a favor? I would like you to visit the residence of Mr. Noel and ask around regarding the whereabouts of Mr. Norbert.
Understood, Madam Guardian. Lady Branya, Miss Pela, I have returned.
You were quite expedient, Kyle. Did you find anything out from the Department of Transportation?
It took a little prodding, but a few of the more timid attendants started speaking up. They say that Mr. Norbert was indeed leaving at odd hours recently. Whenever someone would ask where he was headed, he'd mumble something about going to the shopping street to inspect the site. The attendants think he might have a love interest, someone he doesn't want his family to know about. They haven't mentioned anything to the Minister of Transportation.
Going out at unusual hours, the shopping street. Could it be? I have a request. I'd like the two of you to scout out Backwater Pass and see whether anything is happening there. While the two of you were busy questioning people in the city, I received some tip-offs. One source said that suspicious people were recently seen sneaking around the Fragmentum corrosion zone, and that the Silvermane guards didn't prevent them from entering. Together with Norbert's mumblings about a shopping street, I think all these clues are pointing in one direction.
So this Mr. Norbert could well be the museum thief we're looking for? We can't hold off a moment longer. Hurry! Let's go arrest that scoundrel!
My apologies, I have a lot of business to attend to at present. I won't be joining you. Good luck recovering the stolen items.
We can't delay a moment longer. We need to move now.
Oh.
Something doesn't feel right. It's obviously an abandoned shopping street, but it also feels like people were here not too long ago. We must be cautious. Whether the culprit is Norbert or someone else, he certainly has no shortage of helpers. Shh! There are people talking inside. Let's see if we can hear them.
But sir, pretending to be a Silvermane guard is a serious crime.
Stop acting like a wimp. You think you can make a fortune with that kind of attitude? Don't overthink things. Just play your part. Today's password is roast the sausage, not the bread. You got that?
Got it, sir. Roast the sausage, not the bread.
Don't let anything in that doesn't know the password. Not even a fly. You got that?
Don't worry, Mr. Norbert. I understand.
So it is Norbert after all. And he's making his accomplice impersonate a Silvermane guard. The audacity. We found the culprit. Now we just have to catch him red-handed.
Light up the dawn.
Hey, you two! Don't move!
Must be the accomplice. Let's think fast.
Say the password, or get out of here! This isn't any old shopping street, you know?
Yes, that's correct.
So, you're gonna let us in now? We need to talk to Mr. Norbert about some important business-related matters.
Wait, did you just say Mr. Norbert? Who are you guys? This whole operation, the boss hasn't shown his face once. How could a couple of outsiders just walk in knowing his name?
Looks like our cover's blown. Guess we'll have to do this the hard way.
Mountains move, dragons rise! I'll undo it.
Flailing beast.
Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
Step onto the board.
Serenity is before me.
I'm fine.
You're down.
downfall is absolute.
We'll probably end up running into more of Norbert's goons up ahead. We should proceed with caution.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
Look, it's Norbert again. Let's see what he's talking about this time.
And the film? Is it packed and ready to go?
Right here, boss. The buyer's arriving soon. Here, this way.
Very good, very good. Well done. Patience. Soon we will all be rich.
Film! Did you hear that? That film he mentioned must be the same one that was stolen from the museum. Why would someone from such a wealthy family do something like this for money? It's unbelievable. We have to find a way to stop this before they sell the film.
Light up the dawn.
Wait, don't make a move yet. We should take some pictures as evidence in case the culprit denies the charges. Your equipment probably has better specs than mine. I'll leave the picture taking to you. Norbert of the Cusper family, and everyone else here, turn around and face me. Put your hands where I can see them.
What's going on? Who are you two?
What's going on here, Norbert? Didn't you say your security was impenetrable?
Minions! I mean, Silvermane guards! Get rid of these intruders immediately!
You've got a lot of nerve drawing your weapons in front of an intelligence officer of the Silvermane Guards. Come on, let's give these imposters a taste of justice!
Mountains move, Kraken rise!
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Step onto the board.
Serenity is before me.
For tomorrow! Soaring above the lands, this is permanent!
Stay close! Not a step back!
There's no point in resisting, Mr. Norbert. Your accomplices have been subdued. There's nowhere to run. You had the audacity to tell your men to disguise themselves as Silvermane guards. I'll be interested to see what kind of sentence the adjudication panel gives you.
This isn't right! You have no evidence of wrongdoing! We're just here to...
Still in denial? Your secret dealings have been photographed. We have all the evidence we need. Is there anything else you want to say?
I knew I couldn't trust you hooligans. Even the simplest of sales was too much for you to handle.
Silvermane Guard Lady, I surrender! Take the microfilm back to the museum. I'm sorry. I only ask one thing. Please don't hand me over to my uncle. With Klepoth as my witness, Uncle would be so angry he'd turn me into a leather jacket!
That's not up to me. It was a difficult journey, but it had a happy ending. Not only did we manage to recover the microfilm, we also caught the culprit behind the museum thefts. That's something worth celebrating. However, I'm still a little confused. Mr. Norbert is wealthy and opportunistic, but how did he manage to find so many accomplices and organize such a large-scale smuggling operation? These questions can wait until the interrogation. As for you and me, our work ends here. Thanks for your efforts. Come on, let's take the microfilm back to the museum.
Yo, I don't want to see it.
It works! The slides play without a hitch. The microfilm is undamaged. Once the projector is restored, the History Culture Hall can reopen to the public. Then visitors can enjoy all three of the museum's most important exhibits. I want to thank you again, on behalf of all the museum staff and all of the citizens of Belobog. If it weren't for your help, I'm afraid many of the exhibits in this museum would have been lost. I'm just stating the obvious. The way I see it, the museum's reopening is a very significant event, and worth remembering more than any other time in the past. A whole generation has grown up in the underworld in the last decade or so, and they never had the privilege of seeing these precious works of art and historical treasures. What you've done has helped bridge a huge gap for them. So, even if it seems small to you, you did a very great thing here. That's enough praise for now. Anyway, if you did want to continue working as a part-time manager and handle the daily operations of the History Culture Hall, I recommend talking to Miss Eris. It's not like we don't have any other suitable candidates for the position. Isn't it great you can help us with such an enjoyable job? Ah, and by the way, I'll keep you informed if we pry anything noteworthy out of that Mr. Norbert guy. See you later.
I will walk to the end with all your wills, no matter the cost. I will walk to the end with all your wills, no matter the cost. So this was my childhood dream, huh? My childhood musings, huh? So naive. Light up the dawn.
Glad to see you here at the museum.
Welcome to the museum!
Everwinter City shall never fall. One should not roam wantonly around places of military importance.
Welcome!
What brings you here?
Reminds me of when I was studying at the Grove.
Welcome to the museum!
Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
It's of no consequence.
Step onto the board. Your downfall is absolute.
Serenity is before me. I will watch over you and guide you on your path. Doubt farewell. Future will come.
Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
Glad to see you here at the museum.
Welcome!
What brings you here?
Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
Step onto the board.
I'm fine. Moment to doubt farewell.
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
For tomorrow.
Serenity is before me.
Future could come.
Welcome!
Nice to see you. You're looking in good spirits. The museum is packed these days. I've never seen it so full of visitors. You run a tight ship here. Still, it'd be nice if those kids would stop littering. It's barely lunchtime and I've already picked up 3 half-eaten packs of Snow White popping candy. Don't worry. Nothing was stolen this time. You remember that Norbert guy we captured? The Silvermane guards have acquired new intel from him. I thought you might find it interesting. I always wondered, how did he, a rich kid with virtually no real-life experience, suddenly think of becoming a smuggler? There's no way someone like him could have come up with the idea of disassembling a sculpture and hiding the pieces inside robots. The result is just as I expected. After less than half a day of interrogation, he confessed everything. He admitted that a mysterious figure named Mr. Coldfeet persuaded him to target the museum exhibits. Mr. Coldfeet fooled Norbert into believing that many of the museum's artifacts were forcibly seized from private collectors by the Silvermane guards. He told him that true justice would be returning the artifacts to the people. Norbert probably didn't believe any of that nonsense. I think he just wanted to prove himself and add more to his fortune. Mr. Coldfeet not only introduced him to buyers, but also gave him advice, and only charged him a 30% consultant's fee. In the opinion of our young Mr. Norbert, the deal was too good to refuse. That's what I wanted to discuss with you. Norbert said Mr. Coldfeet operates with extreme discretion and knows the Silvermane guards' every move like the back of his hand. If he catches wind about the slightest rumor in the city, he'll disappear without a trace. If what Mr. Norbert said is true, then our safest option is to send a civilian to try to reach out to Mr. Coldfeet and lure him out of his lair. You guessed it. Everyone agrees that there is no better candidate than you. Norbert says he usually communicates with Mr. Coldfeet through the door of a room in the Goethe Hotel. The usual agreed meeting time is right now. Take this as a final request from the Silvermane guards. Can you go to the Goethe Hotel to meet with this Mr. Coldfeet?
There's no response. Did I remember the wrong password?
Norbert, is that you? Oh, what took you so long? I was worried the Silvermane guards might have got to you. But you're not the type to turn someone in at first capture, right? Well, it's time for me to get on out of here. After all, we already made a nice little fortune on this trip, huh? Uh-oh, someone's getting a little emotionally overinvested. You know what we are? Accomplices. You know what that means? Partners in crime. You know what else that means? We are not friends. All right, enough chinwagging. So how much did the microfilm sell for?
Uh-oh. I'm just gonna have to make up an amount. Hope it's believable.
What? 500,000? No offense, kid, but I can't see you haggling that kind of number. Or maybe you... What kind of hotel is this anyway? No peepholes on the doors!
He's starting to suspect me. That's not good. I better think through the next question carefully before answering.
You know, I just realized there's something I forgot. Maybe you could help me remember. That Gears and Wisdom sculpture I told you to take apart and hide away, can you remind me how many pieces it had? Well, now that's more like it. You had me in a cold sweat with those jokes. Here, hurry up and come inside. We need to discuss the details of our next operation. If it isn't my valued client. What a pleasant surprise to see you again. Isn't it amazing how fate brings people together, huh? Our bridge of friendship could extend all the way to Everwinter Hill. Well, I mean, how could you? Your old buddy Sampo is a model citizen these days. You know the guards on sentry duty in the restricted zone? I deliver their breakfast every day. Okay, so kinda cold out, huh? Man, this is getting uncomfortable. Okay, I have a proposal. I'm sure you're gonna find this very reasonable. Yeah, I made a few small fortunes in the artifact business lately, and I can give you 1/3 of my earnings. How about that, huh? In exchange, I only ask that you please don't tell the Silvermane guards about me. Just tell them you missed the culprit. You're a big hero. They won't give you a hard time about it, right? How's that sound, huh? 1/3 is a lot of money. Think about it. I would never dare to rip off a valued client such as yourself. I mean, how can you be so unaccommodating? I mean, that is not like you, sister. Oh. I knew the good times couldn't last, but I didn't think a valued client would bring them to a close. Oh, go ahead. Notify the authorities. I'd rather burn out than fade away.
I let him get away. Too late now. I'll have to wait for Pela to get here.
I'm here. Where's the suspect? I see. So he's just as cunning and crafty as ever. He fooled the Silvermane guards into thinking he changed. But we won't be falling for that act again anytime soon. This operation ends here. You've helped us enough already. Leave the rest to the Silvermane guards. Here, these rewards are for you. I hope they come in handy in the journey ahead. Oh, by the way, if you still want to help run the History and Culture Museum, Miss Eris and I are always happy to work with you. Speaking of which, Miss Eris was just looking for you. Why don't you go to the museum and talk to her?
Oh, hello. Thank you for all your help. Business at the museum is booming again. I haven't seen this many people here since I was a little girl. Oh, right! There's something I wanted to tell you. A man with blue hair came along and left a message. He asked me to pass it on to the manager of the museum. Here. I haven't read the content. Do you want to take a look?
To my dearest and most valued client, congratulations! Remember this day as the day you almost caught the great Mr. Coldfeet. So, how's museum manager life treating you? Just a little reminder, when it comes to working in museums, I'm quite the dab hand. What I mean to say is, if you're ever in need of a passionate and professional individual, one with an inside knowledge of museum security blind spots, I'm only a call away. Don't worry, my exhibit smuggling days are behind me.
Welcome to the museum!
Glad to see you here at the museum.
to the museum!
Feel free to have a look around.
Welcome to the museum!
Light up the dawn.
Feel free to have a look around.
Welcome!
Feel free to have a look around.
What brings you here?
Earth shatters, heaven trembles! Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
Step onto the board. Your downfall is absolute.
Welcome to the museum! Welcome! Welcome! Welcome to the museum!